That's something. Yeah, I've known a few people that have said they've done that, and so I guess you came through it okay. I had COVID a little over a year ago. I'm hoping I don't get it again, but it wasn't the horrible thing they had prophesied.
Well, we don't like to do things alone, so decided to have the better half join me at the first of the month. So we got to enjoy it together. But yeah, I'd say we're at the light of the tunnel. We can see the other side, and we're off to bigger and better things there. Go ahead.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I haven't heard you on in a while. I was thinking about you not too long ago. Sometimes I'll check out 7224, but I hadn't heard you. And man, the band's been in great shape. I just came from 15 meters. It finally went down for the night, but yeah, somebody told me it was open, and man, I hadn't worked any 15 meters in probably 5 or 6 months. But I've been working some European stations here on 40 in the evening, and I'd say the last 4 years that's been pretty rare, and even here Europe. So bands seem to definitely be improving. So I don't know how long it's been since you've talked to.
Hey Steve, good to hear you. See you this evening. Well,
I don't get out much, so yeah, it's been rather sporadic. But we're hoping that we can have a little bit more consistency in front of the microphone. We still have unexpected life issues that get in the way, of course. But again, it was a very interesting 2021, and it certainly started off at 2022 the same way. We'd like to think all those shenanigans are out of the way, and we can focus on the important stuff moving forward and have a little more time in front of the microphone.
Well, I hope so. It sounds. Are you still getting over it right now? You're still recovering?
No, we've been a couple of maybe a couple of weeks out. Honestly, this time around with this strain, about a day and a half was by far the worst. And then a couple of days going into it, hey, what's going on? Got the flu. A couple of days after it, hey, I got to quit coughing. And yeah, by and large, that was really kind of it. That was the first of the month, and then we started doing this, hey, it's nice outside. Oh, it's cold again. And then it kind of reared its ugly head again, so we had another 4 or 5 days of, this no fun to be in front of the microphone. But like I said, now it's all over with, and we are moving forward, so no issues there. Did want to say hi to Glenn, and it looks like Bobby might be out there as well. But yeah, that's kind of the story, believe it or not, like it or not. But yeah, again, we think we're done, and we're just going to press on.
All right, very good, very good. Well, hopefully you won't get it a third time. And for a while, I didn't think, it's kind of rare. They say, well, once you've had it, you are, fairly well inoculated against it. But it's, it's just another flu bug. You can get the flu multiple times, and they say the variants are getting less and less severe, although they're getting more and more. They're getting easier to catch, but knock on wood, I've been kind of surprised. Even before, COVID, I usually get sick around this time of year, usually in January, if not February. And knock on wood, I haven't had anything yet this year. So I don't know if the warmer weather has helped. It's been a pretty mild winter, and I guess I saw 79, I think, we might almost hit 80 on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. I mentioned that earlier. We were out on 20 meters earlier for about an hour and a half or so, getting our live stream going, and told them we weren't able to get to everybody. So we did mention that we were going to be back out here this evening on 40 meters. And we did mention that, it's supposed to be getting warmer and warmer the next couple of days. So we're either looking at tomorrow or possibly Wednesday. We're going to do a portable wireless live stream on our channel. We're going to go out by Monkey Mountain. I'm sure you know where that's at. We're going to set up out there and do like we did last year, run battery only, and see if we can get everything to work. It'd be since it's going to be nice out, we want to try something a little different and give some people maybe a chance to see some other background than what we've got showing on the display currently there, Roger.
All right, very good. Are you live streaming right now?
We are live on YouTube, Mike. You betcha.
Oh, okay, very good. I should have assumed that, I guess. Normally you're up there on 7224. wanting to say hi then, so I won't take up any more of your time, but good to hear you again, Randy. It's been a while. Glad you're feeling better, and I'll certainly be in touch. You take care over there in Bait City, and have a good evening. K0RWB from WW0Y.
Well, Mike, it's always a pleasure. Nice to hear you. Hopefully I'll get a chance to connect with Sebastian again as well, but I'm glad you and I got a chat. You were the first one tonight here on the stream, so I appreciate that, of course. And as I said before, any time you hear us, please give me a call. Nice to have a operator close by. And just so you know, make you feel better for the night, you've been 10 over, so I know that amplifier is doing the job for you. We weren't sure what the conditions were like, so we switched over to our other one, so that we got a little extra there, so our friends like Bobby and a few others can hear us out there. But anyway, hey, thanks for calling. Nice to hear you again as well. And if you have the option, don't get it. I suggest don't get it. It just gets in the way. So if you can avoid it, I would say, hey, go for it. So anyway, Mike, hey, enjoy the rest of your Monday night, and we'll look forward to the next time as well. WW0Y, K0RWB, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Mike. Have a good night.
Okay, Randy, have a good one. WW0Y.
All right, thanks again, Mike. QRZ, do we have any other stations? Please come with your call.
Radio Whiskey Bravo, here is KA0 Echo Mike Delta. In Denver, you're running 5557 over.
Yeah, the Echo Mike Delta. Give me the full call again, please.
Roger, this is Kilo Alpha Zero, Echo Mike Delta, Denver.
Oh, Kilo Alpha Zero, Echo Mike Delta, I believe. Steve, is that correct? Did I get the call right there? It looks like it's popping up in Thornton. Kilo Alpha Zero, Echo Mike Delta. Is that correct, Steve? Well, I would hope so. We've had several contacts before. I hope you don't have a transceiver issue or a receive issue there. I know you heard you in there pretty good. Hopefully we'll try it one more time. See if we can pick you up there in Denver.
Back with you from Denver. This is KA0EMD. Sorry about that. Run into a little glitch on the dial.
Oh, not a worry, say. That's why we were going to take a standby. We had something similar to that earlier this afternoon on 20 meters. Guy had a microphone that decided to kind of go the different direction, so we took a standby so he could change it. But no worries. So what's happening up in the Thornton, Denver area tonight?
Oh, you got that right. No, it's just a sunny day and pleasant. High of 68 after 26 for a low. Currently 55. You could just about cook steaks out there.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad. You beat me by a few. We had 65 and sunny today, but the next couple of days they're saying mid-80s and a possibility of touching the 80-degree mark, I think, on Wednesday. I think that might be a little far-fetched, but it does get people to watch their channel, so we'll see where that goes. But we get in the mid-70s. I'll be okay with that. Of course, this time of year around here, that's what they call yo-yo weather. One day really nice, and then the next few back in the tank. One day you're in shorts, and next day you're in parka there. Roger?
Hey, Roger. We didn't have yo-yo weather in January this year, so hopefully it won't come, and maybe we won't get more than just 1 at a time here, but I don't think they're looking for too much down the pipe yet.
Well, I'd like to think we're all out of the winter weather, but it's still too much time on the clock, especially your location, altitude. You could get it all the way up into May, and I'm sure you know that as well. So, hey, not a worry, but let's just hope if there's anything coming down the pike, it's not severe. I like those quiet rain showers, and I like that light snow, like an inch or two. Nothing any more than that, nothing any harder than that, but we don't really have any control over it, but no worries. Hey, nice to hear you again. Looks like it was November when we had a chance to talk last. Some of it in my control, some of it not, but nice to hear you this evening. I think you're only the second contact so far, and you've got a really good signal here into the shack this evening, Steve. So hope things will go well. Hope you enjoyed your Monday. Sound like you had some great weather. Maybe you'll have a couple more days as well. And have a good week ahead, my friend. And by all means, give us a call again anytime there, Roger.
Hey, Roger, let me get the call. I think I might have signed on a little abruptly here.
Yeah, okay. You want your call or you want my call?
Your call?
I know, Steve. I'm just playing with you. It is Kilo Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. K0 Red, White, and Blue.
Well, that's the patriotic call. Have to keep that one around and keep the Stars and Stripes going. So.
Good evening, George. Hey, Steve, Bobby. We got the other microphone going. Hope everybody's doing good this evening.
Nature and your good chat, and looks like the amp is working out just fine here, and I appreciate the report. So K0 RWB from KA0 Echo Mike Delta in Denver, 73, and let me write the personal down.
Yeah, no problem, Steve. The handle here is Randy. Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee. Not a problem at all. Thanks for giving us a call. Yeah, again, give us a call again if you hear us out there, and we'll just kind of pick things up where we left off. You and yours, be safe and be well on this Monday night. You take care, my friend. Kilo Alpha Zero Echo Mike Delta, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3.
7-3.
For Tango Sierra Hotel.
Well, you want to get yours in early. I don't blame you. Hey, Bobby, what's going on tonight?
Yeah, I'm just like a yo-yo. I keep coming back, sort of like that weather analogy you just said. I could have worked you twice today. Ain't that something? You was a lot stronger on 20 meters, but I thought I'd better get in here early and tell you hi there, over.
Well, I'm glad you did. I switched over to the other amp. We're about 850. You think I need to do a little more than that?
I hear you pretty good. No, you don't need to do anything. I hear you real well over here on the East Coast. Doing a great job, Randy. Hope you're doing okay, over.
Yeah, you're 10 over. Hey, nice to hear you from South Carolina. I don't know. I love doing that to you, but I mean North Carolina. Well, I had a lot of contact this afternoon with a lot of your other statesmen, and I think just about everyone, and there was one in Florida that were just about bumping 20 over. So the conditions were really nice on 20. And, we had so much fun. I said, let's just try it again here this evening. Of course, again, we're setting a goal. I mean, if you heard it or not, or if you see it on the title, we were getting awful close to 600 subscribers. And I thought, it's the end of the month to see if we could hit 600 by the end of this evening, the end of the month. And if not, we'll just try it again tomorrow on March 1st. But I thought we'll just give ourselves a goal, and I said, we'll do some on 20. We'll come back on 40 meters and see if we can pick a few up. We'll see how it works here, Roger.
Yeah, Roger on that. I heard you on 20. I mean, I listened, but I was trying to give you a chance. I heard you say you was coming back on tonight, and I was going to try to get you tonight. I'm glad I did. I was trying to let on 20 today. You were so loud. I think you timed yours. You was 15, 20 over. But you did finally drop down later on. You said you was going to stay an hour today on 20. I think you stayed a little longer there, over.
I did, and I hated to leave. When there's people standing by that wanting to say hi, it's really hard to leave. When we had an appointment, we had to get to the top of the hour, which was 4 o'clock Central. And it was, 3:35, thereabouts. We were trying to be done by a quarter after the hour, then at the bottom of the hour, and you just, like I said, you just hate to leave. People had really great signals. Everybody was really respectful and very courteous, and you just kind of hate to do that. Unfortunately, I had to cut it off, shut it down, but I did tell some of those, hey, if you're out and about on 40, I'll be back later on. So we got here about 13 minutes ago. We'll go for a little bit this evening and see how the band does. Maybe we can make some new contacts and also contact some of our, I don't know, regulars, whatever you call them, people we've talked to multiple times before. I don't know how you say it. We like them all anyway there, Roger.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I try not to irritate you too much, because I'm probably pretty low on that list as far as subscribers, followers, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how many you had when I first found you. But anyway, good to hear you. I'm gonna turn you loose. I'm sure these other stations out there want to get in, new guys. Maybe help you get your numbers up to 600. I think you'll make that tonight for sure. Take care out that way, Randy. Always good to hear you. All's well here. Weather's gonna be nice here also. I think Sunday's supposed to be in the 80s, but it's up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's really not good. It needs to do one or the other, because that's how you catch a cold. And I have sinus issues anyway, and I dread pollen. I don't know if y'all have pollen problems, but we do. Everything will turn green, and that'll be your cars and anything on the outside, not the flowers and the leaves and all that. But anyway, we'll catch you later. Take care, my friend. Have fun. Till the next time. K0RWB, W4TSH. Bye.
Well, always nice to hear you, Bobby. And just so you know, I can pull up the analytics, and which I've done before. And believe it or not, when you checked in, subscribed, you were number 78. I've got it down here. You were number 78. So that'll give you a little bit right there. So anyway, yeah, no worries. Yeah, hopefully the band will be open for a little bit here. The numbers don't look that great, but they didn't today. But everybody was really nice and strong. Hopefully we'll have that same tonight here on 40 meters, so we'll see how it goes. But always nice to hear you, and yeah, you're not near as down on the far of the log as you think you are. So you just keep thinking that, and I'll just keep pumping you up. So hey, no worries at all. Hey, glad to hear that you and the missus are doing okay. Like I said, I got a local here I talked with first. He's about 6 miles from me, and he's been sidestepping it as well. And I said, well, you keep doing that, and you keep sidestepping it too. We'll be all through this here before you know it. And I just as soon see you come out the other end unscathed. So you just keep your head down and keep on plugging away, as they say. Anyway, hey, enjoy the night, rest of the night, and we'll talk again, no doubt. Whiskey 4 Tango Sierra Hotel in North Carolina. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Bobby.
Kilo Charlie 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec.
The Kilo Charlie 8 Quebec station again.
Kilo Charlie 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec.
Hey, Jeremy, what's going on this evening?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just seen that you was on the air on the YouTube channel, and figured I'd jump up in here and say hello. What? How many are you at? Have you made it to 600 yet?
No. And by the way, 20 over. Can you turn it down just a little bit? You're hurting the ears here. When I first came on, it was at 595.
QSL in the 595. Well, hopefully you can make it there before the night's up. And I already give it to you, but I am already subscribed. Anyway, got a good 10 over S9 signal on you here, red, white, and blue. This is Kilo Charlie 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec, southeastern corner of Ohio.
Well, not a problem, Jeremy. Yeah, again, it's always good to have a goal. Whether it happens tonight or tomorrow or the next week, that's okay. Didn't really go into this when we started a year ago, trying to see how many we could get. But, as you get closer to one, it's kind of like, well, let's set a goal for ourselves. And if people are enjoying this, I know you've been very supportive of the channel. And if people are getting something out of it, I'm glad. I'm happy for it. And if there's some folks that are interested in coming back again and seeing it for it, hey, that's great. And if not, well, that's okay. I mean, that's just how it is. Amateur radio is still amateur radio, whether you've got a webcam in front of you or a microphone, so it's all good to me. So, yeah, like I said, man, turn that thing down at 20 over. I don't think I can take much more of that, but we always seem to have good conditions between us anyway. So, hope things are going well there in your neck of the woods. I want to send you some nice weather here. Probably another day or two. You'll get. I'll give you some nice weather. Can't guarantee the next week, but this week I'll get you some nice ones. So, Jeremy, nice to hear you, man. I know we talked the other night, and as far as I'm concerned, we could do this every night. I have no problems connecting with you, and we've always got something to talk about. So, anyway, I'll say good evening, 7-3s to you, and we'll look forward to the next time. Kilo Charlie 8, Quebec, Delta, Quebec, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
73s and
All right. I think it was last one. It was Kilo Bravo. If you're in there, sir, give me the call again, please.
Kilo Nancy 4 Sierra, Kilo Bravo.
Okay, I'm getting close there. I had somebody double with you. Kilo November 4 Sierra, then question mark?
Kilo Bravo.
Yeah, see how far off I was? That's how far off I was. Okay, we'll try it again. We'll try it again. Kilo Bravo 4, and then give me the suffix.
Kilo Nancy 4 Sierra, Kilo Bravo in Knoxville, Tennessee. Richard's the name. I just wanted to give you a number there, if that's any help to you, Randy. Good evening to you.
Well, good evening to you, Richard. Boy, nice signal. You're another one that's 20 over. I'm not sure what's going on down there. There's something in the ground, in the water, just what. But even today on 20 meters, signals were just coming, just booming into my QTH here. So, hey, whatever you're doing, just keep on going it there, Roger.
10-4, I've tried hard. I struck a Maritron on the end of it. I get out pretty good with 100 watts, but if I put this amplifier on there, people have a tendency to come back where they don't otherwise. You get run over. So it's good to talk to you this evening. I'm not sure exactly what you were doing, except you said your goal was 600, so add me on there, I guess. KN4 SKB.
Well, I'll tell you, well, thank you for calling. And what we're doing here is I run a live stream. We're actually live on YouTube right now. And when we started here about 20 minutes ago, 7 o'clock Central Time, we were trying to make a goal by the end of the month to hit 600 subscribers. And when we started here 20 minutes ago, we had 595. And my friend Steve over in the St. Louis side, he's been kind of the moderator on the live chat for me. He just said, we just hit 600. So the folks that have been out there who just subscribed, I appreciate it. I thank you. And let's move on forward. And hopefully everybody will get some fun with the contact in here. So that's really what we're doing, Richard. It's still amateur radio. The only thing we've done, we've kind of added another element of YouTube. So I put my radio display up onto the channel so a person can look at their own signal strength. We have our oscilloscope listed there so people can look at their own audio wave pattern. They can see the peaks and the valleys on their audio. I'm not an expert on audio. It's just what I hear in my ear, but everybody's a little different. So at least it gives somebody a chance if they're wanting to do some changes or what have you. This allows them to do that. Richard, there, go ahead.
Oh, that's cool. I've never been on YouTube. I do get on Facebook occasionally because I got some family on there. And I don't do much else on the social media. I'm an old man and just not real crazy about the internet. I'm not against it either. Just, not that crazy about fooling with it. I enjoy my little radio here in the evening. And I tried this afternoon to make contact, but didn't have any luck. KN4SKB 73, fellas.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you've been on Facebook, not much different. If you want to give a look and a listen, really pretty straightforward. You can go right to YouTube, and it's got a little search bar at the top. Just put in my call sign, K0RWB, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, and my channel pops up. All my videos are dated. It'll have today's date on it, of course. And there's part 1 and part 2, which is the evening that we're on right now. And you can give a look and a listen. and you can actually hear yourself what you sound like on the air. That's the nice thing about it, Richard, is you sound different in headphones, you sound different in different external speakers, but this is what you actually sound like over the air. And for some people, they're wanting to make sure that they can dial it in the best they can. It's a great way of doing it. If not, I totally understand, but I appreciate you giving us a call. Nice to have you aboard. I'm glad we got a nice quick chat, and certainly look forward to having you come back again. I don't see a contact in my log, so I want to thank you so much for the first one. But again, if you hear us out there, especially here in the evenings, by all means, give us a call. We'll just kind of pick things up where we left off. But anyway, hey, enjoy the rest of your evening here on Monday and the week ahead. You and yours be safe and be well. Feel free to come back anytime you hear us out there, and we'll just kind of pick things up. So in the meantime, I'll say 7 3s to you. Kilo November 4, Sierra, Kilo Bravo. Sorry about that. This is Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
Kilo.
All right, we're going to clear with him. I'd like to have people clear first, guys, if they want to finish up whatever. I know there's others out there, just so we're not jumping over top of each other. And he didn't want to say anything, and that's totally okay. So I'll go ahead and move on down the road, but we always give people a chance to clear if they wish to. So anyway, this is Kilowatt Zero Radio at Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City. QRZ, any stations anywhere, please come with your call.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Romeo, Mike, Foxtrot.
There we go. Kilo Echo 8, Mike Romeo Foxtrot. Hey, good evening. No problem pulling you out, Ron. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. I'm interested in your YouTube, and I guess use your call sign. And I'm going to, after I'm through talking to you, I'm going to go on Apple TV and pull you up and see what's going on. But it's cold here in Michigan. I got 2 stall heaters going on for the horses and a 100-gallon trough heater outside. So hopefully I'll turn it on for about an hour tonight sometime, and then not have so much the power bill. But anyway, I'm going to go 73 on you here so you can have more callers come in. I don't want to take all the wind out of the sail. So K0RWB, this is KE8RMF 73, and good luck.
Well, thank you, Ron. Hey, no problem. Glad you gave us a call there. And if the logger's right, first contact here on 40, well, first contact in general. You can go to YouTube, go to the search bar, just put in my call. You had it, K0RWB. That's the caller, and that's the name of the channel. And if you want to give a listen, you could fast forward to about 28 minutes in. I've got my friend Steve kind of keeping track for us. So once it comes up, all my videos are dated, Ron. And then this one will say the evening on 40 meters. It'll be the second one for today. And then you can just kind of fast forward to about 28 minutes, give a look and a listen, see what you think. You got a good signal here in my receive. You're about 10 over, and the audio is fine to me. But you be the judge. Listen to it for yourself. By all means, give a look and a listen. Come back anytime. We'd love to have you back on the channel anytime that you hear us out there. But, hey, thank you for Michigan. We haven't had anybody in Michigan lately, and I see you're just kind of north of Detroit. So not a long distance, but we're glad to have you anyway. Hey, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good week coming up, and we'll say you and yours be safe and be well. And come back again anytime. We do appreciate it. Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Mike Foxtrot. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You are 20 over, by the way. Nice job.
Well, I'm glad I was able to do something. Thank you, Rod. You take care. K0RWB, QRZ, any stations, please.
November 9, Lima Victor.
Whiskey, Echo Whiskey.
November 9, Lima Victor. Not Lima Foxtrot. What was I thinking here? Fat finger. Sorry about that. Yeah, nice signal. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening. The name here is Matthew, Mike Alpha and Tango Hotel Echo Whiskey. And just heard you in there. Thought I would say good evening. Actually, my first 40-meter contact since I got back on the air. Relatively about a year ago there, guys.
Yeah, well, good for you. And welcome back. Welcome aboard, however you like. You're 10 over here in my receive. Of course, again, we're not that far away. About 415 miles as a straight line is what the logger shows us, but that's okay. That's a great thing about 40 meters. I mean, you can work long distance and work them real close. I prefer 40 meters in the evenings anyway, just because we're so close, we'll be able to talk. If it was 20 or 17 or something, we'd probably be flying over top of each other, but that's okay. This is what it's all about. So, yeah, no problem. Glad you gave us a call. There was a few others in there as well, but we were able to pull you out there quite easily. So tell us what you're running there. You sounds really good.
It's a Icom 7300 and 6 BBT6 and about 400 watts out.
Well, 5 minutes. That's 7300. That must be a new radio. I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's one of Icon's later radios. I got it just about 2 years ago, so I don't know how long it's been out. Probably 3 or maybe 4 years at the most.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was just pulling your leg. I don't think I run across anybody who's not running one or has one in their shack or in their stable. So we had one a year ago this time frame. So we know a great radio, really, really nice sounding radio. So, hey, congrats on that. Yeah, it's doing a good job for you. It's really nice about 40 meters. Even 100 watts on a wire does really well around here. So anything above that is usually going to be pretty good here in my receive. So, well, Matt, thanks for calling us this evening. Again, if you heard or maybe not, we are live on my YouTube channel this evening. We're doing our live stream here. If you're interested in giving it a look and a listen, you can go to YouTube and just put in my call sign and look for this evening's video. We did one earlier today, and we've got this one here this evening. All my videos are dated. Give a look and a listen and see what you think. But anyway, come back anytime you hear us, and once you get 4 contacts in my log, you become a regular. You get all the perks and benefits. We even throw a party and throw confetti in your name. So you come back anytime. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for giving us a call. November 9, Lima Victor. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo 73s. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Hey, we're at the bottom of the hour here. We're going to take a standby, so to speak, so we can see if there's any portable mobiles or QRPs. We'll do that here at the bottom of the hour and maybe next hour as well. And any portables, mobiles, or QRPs, if there's any stations out there in that category, please give us a call. We'll try it one more time if we can. Any portables, mobiles, or QRP stations only right now? Any portable, mobile, or QRP stations? If you want to give us a call, we'll try to connect with you. Did I hear a Whiskey 8 station? Was that it? Yeah, watch your gain or something. You're really driving it hard, sir. It's really hard to make out what you're saying. I do apologize for that. Don't drive it too hard, sir. You're going to run into the wall. We don't want that to happen. We're having a hard time kind of understanding what you're saying. If you would, please just try it again one more time. Okay, see if I got it right. Whiskey 8, India, Sierra, Kilo. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, Ray, I got you. And your QTH, please, sir?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, on Columbus, Ohio. And so what category? Are you QRP, portable, or mobile?
I'm FT101 at about 50 watts. Acquired it some time ago. I had a problem with QFC and power output.
Okay, 5 minutes. I take it it's an older 101, is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. And there's a release on board. Can you please tell me the exact frequency? I have a frequency meter, and I'm not sure I'm on the frequency.
Yeah, well, we're sitting at 7.219, 7219.
Roger, Roger. I'm reading 72. So we got something going on here. So thank you for responding. Any chance to hear us out?
Yeah, no problem, Ray. Some of the older radios probably don't have to tell you. They do tend to get a little better when they get warmed up good and ready, but you've probably already done that. But, hey, no worries. I do appreciate you, and thank you for giving me the call. We wanted to make sure we had you in the log correctly. So no problem. Nice to hear you from Columbus, Ohio. We do try to get out here as much as possible, so if you hear us again, Ray, give us a call again, of course. and we'll see if we can connect with you. So, hey, enjoy your evening. We do appreciate you giving us a call, and it doesn't sound like you're too far off. I'm sure you'll have that radio singing here in no time. So, hey, you and yours be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll say 7-3s. Whiskey 8 India Sierra Kilo, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
November 2, Lima, Delta Victoria.
November Alpha.
Yeah, stand by, guys. Let him clear first, and I'll be happy to help you. Just let him clear first, just in case.
Right, so Roger, thank you, and I'll get my computer to look up the rest of the details.
Yeah, okay, Ray. No problem at all. Thank you, sir. Have a good night. We'll see if there's any more. Any QRP portables or mobiles, and we'll move on. Any other QRP portables or mobiles? Okay, nothing heard. We'll go back to normal operations. K0 RWB QRZ.
November Alpha 5 Charlie.
Okay, couldn't get much brighter. November Alpha 5 Charlie. Good evening, Steve. Nice signal.
Okay, thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. You always have a good signal here in South Texas. And, yeah, you got the name Steve. I'm in McAllen, Texas. Thanks for coming back to my call. Over.
Yeah, well, it'd be awful hard to hear you when you're 20 over. So what does that tell you? Either we got good well, we do have good conditions. No complaints about that. You know, we don't get into Texas as often as we'd like, or either it's timing on my part or just what, but nice to hear this evening. The orientation of the dipole is probably not the greatest, but not having a problem hearing you now there. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're 10 over 9 solid. I'm running a 2-element Yagi at 120 feet, so I'm surprised I'm hearing you this well. Usually it's stateside stuff, not as strong as some DX stuff, but whatever. You know, you never can predict propagation. Very well. You get a lot of guys calling you, so I won't hold it up. And very cool YouTube video you got going there. So thanks for coming back to my call, Randy, and I'll let you work a few more. K0RWB from NA5C. Back to you.
Yeah, no problem. It looks like maybe we worked during the Christmas train on the 25th of December.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that call sounded familiar. Did you? We've done so many, but did you send in for a card?
No, I did not. I was all hyped up on doing it back then, but I never did it. Over.
Oh, no worries. No, that's totally fine. One thing we've had, let's put it this way: we had 1,000 printed, and I think I've got a little less than 200. And that's just on the normal, and then the clean sweep card. That was pretty crazy as well. No problem. I haven't had an opportunity yet to actually talk to anybody that was in the event and received a card. I always like to get feedback and so forth. But hey, no worries at all. We do plan on doing it again this next year. It's going to be a little bigger and better, we'd like to think. So hopefully we'll have a chance to get you then. But we got a lot of time between now and then, and I have a feeling you and I'll have many more QSOs, especially if you're 20 over there, Roger.
Yeah, that was fun. I like all those seasonal special events, you know, like the 13 Colonies and the Christmas train event, some of the others that are around from time to time. So, yeah, I enjoy participating in them. Very good. Well, thanks, Randy. I'll look for you again, and appreciate you coming back to my call. Have a good evening. K0RWB from NA5C.
Now, the pleasure is mine. Nice to hear you again. I hope things are going well for you down in Texas, and continue to do so. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much. We'll say 7-3s. November Alpha 5 Charlie. What a great call. The Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. You take care.
Okay, thanks, Randy. 7-3.
All right. QRZ, anybody else, please?
Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee Charlie Kilo.
November 2.
Okay, Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee question mark.
Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee Charlie Kilo.
Okay, Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee Charlie Kilo. Good evening, Mark. We just want to make sure I get the calls correct here so I can get everybody in the log correctly. What's happening up in the Chicago area this evening?
Well, I really wouldn't know because I'm out here just north of Pittsburgh. I moved out here about 10 years ago.
Oh, I see. So you're just trying to fool the FCC and QRZ.
Oh, I think I solved that. I think I had already updated the address on QRZ.
Oh, so I've got an old program. That's all right. That's my fault. Hey, no worries. Well, it doesn't really matter. You still got a good signal no matter where you are.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm running one of those elusive 7300s, feeding up to a G5RV just about 24 feet up off the ground.
Yeah, you know, I've heard about that radio. Very intriguing. I'd like to see one of those sometime.
Yeah, they're kind of fun once you learn it, and I can tell you I haven't really learned all of it yet. I just got it maybe a few months ago and still trying to figure out all the menus.
Yeah, I was going to say, I heard it's got way too many buttons and all these menus. I'm too old school. I don't know if I'd be able to handle that.
Well, this is replacing a 20-year-old Linko DX70. I don't know if you've heard of that radio. Worked quite well for 20 years, but I figured it was time to modernize.
No, I certainly understand that. You know, and I've said this many times. You know, the equipment has no idea how old it is. You know, it's designed to transmit and receive. You know, some do it better than others. You know, I will say that you know, some of the newer technology, the filtering and so forth on the newer radios, does seem to improve. You know, weak signals, reduced noise, that sort of thing. That maybe some of the older radios maybe didn't have that advantage. But, you know, the idea is to be able to key the mic and say hello or QRZ or CQ. But if you can't hear what's on the other side because bacon is frying and so forth, it does make it kind of limiting there, Roger.
QSL with that. I know I've been licensed since 1975, so I started with some of those old rigs, just like you said, with a lot of bacon frying on it.
Well, I'll tell you, to show you how old I am, I started off with a Dixie cup and some string.
But we had soup cans.
Yeah, you see, you high rollers, you guys can afford that kind of stuff. But me, I was an old country boy. We had hand-me-down Dixie cups.
I like that one. I really do.
Well, I'm not good for much, but every once in a while I come up with something. But hey, you know what? Radio is supposed to be fun, and that's what we're trying to do here. So hopefully that gets across to everybody as well.
It's a great hobby, especially when you get to meet, you know, some great people on the air.
Yeah, I haven't met any yet. Do you know anybody I could talk with?
Well, I don't know. Maybe a few.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I've every once in a great while I run across a couple of boneheads, but that doesn't happen too often. But the nice thing about it is I can change the bands, I can change the frequency, or I can turn it off.
That's true. It's true. Something you don't like, you just turn it off and it's all gone.
Yeah, you wish the rest of society would work that way, but anyway, that's another story. No doubt. Oh, gosh. We could probably go on and on, but, oh, gosh, I didn't see that. Oh, we had a contact back in June. I should have looked at this first. Yeah, June the 8th on 40 meters as well. Well, nice to hear you again. Welcome back.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't check my log. Well, it's great to talk to you again.
You know, I usually do that. I've got 3 screens in front of me, so I'm kind of moving things around and keeping an eye on the live chat and some other stuff. And I didn't bother to go over and say work before, and as soon as I did, you popped up there. So my apologies, but that's okay. I had one that was over a year. It's just amazing how fast time flies on radio, and so we were able to catch up and so forth. So glad we got a chance to do that here as well. Hopefully it won't take that long again for us the next time around there, Roger.
Roger. Hopefully be sooner. To be honest, I'm not on the electronic logs. I'm still with the old-fashioned paper logs, so it takes me a little bit longer to figure these things out.
Yeah, I was that way for a while too, and then I kept losing them, or the dogs would start to use them for other things, if you know what I mean. So we made the big leap and went to the electronic version, and it certainly does help. Of course, you know, good stuff in gives you good stuff out, bad stuff in gives you bad stuff out. So a lot of times I'll ask for repeat the call just so I can make sure it's in there properly, so the next time around we don't have an issue of me going, oh, no, we never worked before. So I always like to make the correction to ensure we've got the call correctly. So not a problem with you, just the location, and I guess that's my logging program. You may have to update a few things, but anyway, it's nice to hear you this evening, Mark. Nice to have a chance to chat with you again since it was June of last year. Hopefully, we're all getting past this crazy weather. It'll start to regulate a little bit more for us. We're hoping either tomorrow or the next day it's supposed to be in the mid-70s. We're going to try to do a portable live stream on our YouTube channel. We're going to take the show on the road, so to speak, and see if we can put all those pieces together and see if we can get it to work. So that's what's in the works for us the next day or so. And we'll see how that works out. So we've got something to look forward to. But again, anytime we can get in front of the microphone, it's going to be a good time. So I'm hoping it continues to be that way. Hey, listen, enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you again for giving us a call. Very nice to catch up with you again. And let's not make it so long the next time around. Of course, part of that's probably me as well. So hey, listen, I'll say 7-3s. You and yours have a good evening, of course, and look for you again. Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee Charlie Kilo, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again.
Fine business, Randy. 7-3s, and the best to you and yours as well.
All right, you take care, my friend. 7-3s. K0 RWB, Randy in Kansas City. QRZ, any of the stations, please? Okay, the WAW again, please.
Kilo Oscar 4, Whiskey Echo Whiskey.
Okay, Kilo Oscar 4, I believe. Whiskey Alpha Whiskey, is that correct?
Whiskey Echo Whiskey.
Oh, my apologies. The Echo. Oh, you got the Echo call. Okay, that'll make more sense. Well, let's make sure we got it. So, Alvin, is that correct?
That would be correct, Tom. But it's in there.
Okay, fine business. Another one in the Knoxville region, I guess I would say. Not in the suburbs of. Maybe close to Kingston, Eagle Point, 10 mile around that area.
10 mile. That's a pretty good description. It's between Kingston and 10 mile. I'm halfway, 5 mile, I guess you would say.
Yeah, fine business, and looks like we've got some very interesting water nearby. Any chance of getting on the water in your part of the world?
Oh yes, that's the summertime fun. The wintertime fun is the radio, and summertime it's on the lake.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, Alvin. You're not the only one. We kind of get closed in the winter. The weather's not so good, and what a great time for radio. And summertime, we've got a lot of more outside activities and what have you. We're trying to do a little bit more of both this next year coming up, or this year coming up, and see if we can incorporate some of the outdoor activities and radios as well. Of course, we may have to put some plastic baggies over some of the equipment for the water, if you know what I mean. But hoping we're able to do both. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but we're sure going to give it a try there, Greg.
Definitely right. Yeah, I'll let you get on with the net. This is the first time checking in with you, but I'll have to put this one in my QRZ and look forward to checking back in with you and 73 to everybody out there, and have a good night.
Well, hey, thanks for giving us a call. I have a feeling a few of you have been standing by for a while, and I appreciate your patience, persistence. So, yeah, nice to hear you, and nice to get into that part of the country. Not a long distance, about 550 miles, but I don't care. That's what's a great thing about 40 meters. We can get close by, and we can get long ones as well. So, thanks again. Come back anytime you hear us. We'll just kind of pick up where we left off tonight. So, you take care, be safe, and be well. Kilo Oscar 4. Whiskey Echo Whiskey, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Have a good night, Alvin.
73, have a good night.
All right, you take care. QRZ, anybody else, please?
Kilo Charlie 3, Mike Bravo Juliet.
Okay, Kilo Charlie 3, Mike, question mark?
Bravo Juliet.
Okay, got that. Kilo Charlie 3, Mike Bravo Juliet. Alan, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing this fine day?
Oh, my gosh, I'll tell you what. If I was doing any better, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I know that feeling pretty well.
There you go. You know what they say, like minds think alike, don't they?
Cool. Going to college.
Hey, my apologies. I doubled with you. I said that's pretty cool. Like minds think alike.
That is cool. Yeah, I've been trying to go to college, avoiding doing my homework.
Oh well, it's not a total loss. I mean, you've got a microphone in front of you. You got to have a little bit of fun as well, there, right?
Yeah, I got this. Before I do my homework, I got this tube radio sitting right beside me.
Yeah, see, that'd be too much of a distraction for me. I'd have to go in the other room, or I'd be wanting to flip the switch on and turn it on and see what's happening, so I can't say I blame you.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing right now.
That's okay. Well, that's okay. Not a problem. So tell me real quick here, how close are you from Wilmington?
About 45-minute to an hour drive, depending on traffic and how heavy my foot is.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not terribly bad. So you're probably a lot closer to Glasgow then.
No, I'm on over on the Maryland side.
Oh, you are? Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, with my logger might be off a little bit. We may have to do a little adjustment to this thing here, but yeah, no worries. 980 miles as a straight line as a crow flies, so that's not too bad. You got a good signal. You're a good solid 5 and 9 there, Roger.
Well, that's cool. I'm still breaking in this FTDX10 I just got.
You know, I've heard some really bad things about those radio. How's it working for you so far?
Oh, it's been great. I'm really happy with it. I've got a 147-foot wire and this radio, and it's working great so far.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And are you using the stock microphone as well?
No, I'm using a desktop microphone.
Oh, I got you. Well, that time you were 10 over. So are you running any power or just running it off barefoot?
I'm running just 100 watts it comes with.
Outstanding. Well, it's doing a great job. All kidding aside, we're running the same radio. Actually, we own 2 of them. We've had this 10 since February a year ago, and we've got another one we bought the first part of June that we use with a headset primarily for portable work. I know it's a little bit big, but it's nice to have that receiver out there. Yeah, they are a very outstanding radio. Really work quite well. And you might be surprised or interesting, we're actually live on my YouTube channel, so my radio display is up on the channel as well, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with the S-meter, the oscilloscope, and the audio wave pattern from your signal there, Roger.
That's exactly what I have looking on this monitor plugged into mine.
Yeah, you know, we could do the same thing, but what I did was I used the cable and put it into a video capture card in the back of the computer, and that allows me to put the display up on my YouTube channel, so we don't run an external monitor because we've actually got it displayed on our YouTube channel. But yeah, it's the same premise. But hey, congrats on the radio, though. They are really a fine radio. They have a terrific receiver. I do love the digital noise reduction. That's really nice to have that feature. And it's really hard pressed to find something any better there, Roger.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it so far. The auto tune with the external tuner that I have my wire hooked up to, the one that Yaesu recommends for this radio, working great setup.
Yeah, exactly right. I think with a little bit of adjustments on the EQs, of course, inside the radio, you can just about get any microphone to sound really good. Some seem to be a little simpler than maybe some of the other ones are. We're running a Heil mic here. It seems to be a pretty good match. It didn't take a lot of adjustments to get it to work, but hey, that's part of the game, as they say. To be able to make some adjustments and changes and so forth. That's what it's all about. So, well, listen, I don't want to be the one that's going to get you in trouble at school for not doing your homework. So, I'm going to cut it off here so you can get back and do some studying. But I want to thank you for giving me a call tonight. We do try to be out here as much as possible in the afternoons, a lot of times here in the evening. So some night when you're not having to do homework and you hear me out there, give us a call back for sure, and we just kind of pick things up where we left off. But again, I don't want to be the one to get you in trouble. So anyway, congrats on the rig. Doing a great job. 100 watts is working real well for you too. Alan, give us a call again anytime. You betcha. Kilo Charlie 3, Mike Bravo Yankee, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo.
Whiskey 9, Oscar Alpha.
Whiskey 0, X-ray Alpha.
Yeah, let him clear, guys, real quick. Let him clear. Okay, maybe he did. I just didn't quite hear. I'd like to give everybody an opportunity to clear if they wish. So, the Whiskey 9 Oscar again, please.
Whiskey 9, Oscar Alpha Alpha in Indianapolis.
All right. Nice to hear Indianapolis tonight. Hope things are going well over there. Barry, how are you doing tonight?
Just fine. I was intrigued by your YouTube. What's the YouTube that you put on?
Yeah, the name of the channel is actually my call sign. So there's two ways to go to the channel. If you go to my QRZ page, I've got a link. You can click on that. It'll take you to the channel. Or you can go to YouTube and go to the search bar and just type in my call, K0RWB. The channel will pull up, and all my videos are dated. You would look for the video with today's date. There's two of them. We were out here earlier today. I've got one titled In the Evening 40-Meter Livestream. That would be the video that's currently live, and we started about 55 minutes in. So if you wanted to give a look and a listen to see actually how you sound on the air, Barry, that would be a good way to start there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. What do you specialize on? I've been using the YouTube frequently to learn on my new IC7300. So what do you specialize in?
You know what? There's nothing in particular, and I'll tell you why. First off, I don't do 5.9 QRZ and really can't do 10 or 15-minute Q shows. I started this channel because I had somebody help me. He's in Florida. Everybody knows Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform, has a very big YouTube channel. And he was calling CQ one time. I answered him, and he says, hey, I'm live on YouTube, and go back and listen to it later. And I did. It was absolutely awful. I sounded terrible. So we made a few changes. We checked back in with him, so on and so forth, and really enjoyed it. And he says, hey, let me help you get one set up there as well. So since I started this channel, it's come one, come all. There are no topics. The nice thing is the people who check in usually have some experiences with equipment, or they've got certain stories or different things they'd like to talk about, and that's what about. If somebody can gain some knowledge or some interest from somebody else's story, that's what we're trying to do here. So there is no agenda. We just, hey, if people are going to take time to call, I want to give them an opportunity to talk. I'm more than happy to say hi to people and say what's going on in your world and so forth. So that's really the premise of this. We've been very fortunate. We have some people that have supported the channel. My friend Steve has done that quite a bit. Mark down in Florida, and Bobby. I mean, I could go on and on. So there's really no agenda with it. It's, hey, how are you doing? What's happening in your world? What's going on this evening? Anything special? Once in a while, I'll put a certain question or title for that particular video. You know, what was your longest contact, or what's the youngest operator you've talked with, those kind of things. And otherwise, we just have fun sitting in front of the microphone.
Well, sounds great. I'll try it out since I'm on YouTube. I'm 82 years old and retired, so I got a lot of time to do it. Okay. Basically, let me tell you a quick story here. I was 16 years old when I got my first license, and the greatest thing I got out of ham radio is I built a small 4-watt CW out of an AC/DC set, and that set me off on ham radio. Over.
No, that's terrific. You know, here's the thing. Amateur radio doesn't have a time limit. I don't know if there's a minimum age, and I don't think there's a maximum age. So, you know, again, if you don't tell people, they don't know. That's the great thing about it. It is a very diverse hobby. There's a lot of operators of all different diverse backgrounds and so forth. We have this common bond of amateur radio, but you know, there's phone, there's CW, there's RTTY, there's digital modes, you know, there's packet, there's QRP, there's portables, there's mobile setups. There's a little bit of everything for everybody. That's a great thing about the hobby. Another thing I'll say about the channel here is I put my radio display on the channel so you can see for yourself what your signal strength was. I have the oscilloscope up. You can actually see your audio wave pattern. You can see the peaks and valleys of your audio. I'm not an expert on audio, never claimed to be. If you ask for my opinion, I'll give you that, but I don't know your voice near as good as you do. So if you're curious about, well, how does it sound, then you can go listen to this on playback, and you can decide if you want to make any changes, leave it alone, or go anywhere you want with it there, Roger.
Yeah, well, I'm familiar with RF communications. I'm an electrical engineer, and I have a master's degree in EE. So I'm familiar with a lot of the technical aspects of it. And of course, ham radio made me go into engineering. There's no question about it. I was only 16 years old. My father was an Army officer and wanted me to go to West Point. I had an appointment to both Annapolis and West Point, but I chose an engineering career because of ham radio. Over.
Oh, that's terrific. Really terrific. You know, that's not too much of a different story than Bob Heil. You know, that kind of Bob did that because he was, you know, a musician and a very fine organist, very, very good organist. And that's kind of how he started as well. And then he got into amateur radio. A very, very strong proponent of amateur radio. It's nice to have him in our corner. So, but you know, it's just kind of how it works out. But yeah, again, we're just out here having fun. We call CQ, and everybody that wants to check in, we try to grab everybody we can, of course, in the time we have available to us. And we set some time aside for portables, mobiles, and QRPs generally throughout the time we're here. And you know, we've had people that come back a time or two, and we always try to find out what's going on in their world. But the idea is get in front of the microphone and have a good time doing it there, Roger.
Yeah, you're enormously glib. I didn't. You're 5'9", 10 dB over. What's my signal strength?
Well, do you want me to make you feel good or feel bad?
Well, I'm only got the 7.
Well, if it's only 75 watts, I know what you're doing. You're keeping the other 25 in the back for the pileup. Gotcha. Well, how about 10 over 9? You're doing fine.
Okay, you're in Columbus, Ohio?
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Well, you know, and that's my fault. We get so caught up in this when we start rolling. I need to tell people, first off, the name is Randy, and where we're at. We're actually 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, right on the I-70 corridor. If I told you the town, you'd shake your head and say, what? So we'll just leave it at that. But we try to get out here on a regular basis. You know, everybody's had an issue with 2021. We did as well, and we had that issue with it rolled over into 2022. But we'd like to think we've got a lot of that stuff behind us now, and we see some light at the end of the tunnel. So we do try to be out here on a more regular basis as much as we can, and people seem to find us. And you know how it works. I know it's old news. Thanks a lot, Mark. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's really what we do around here, Barry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you down as Randy, K0RWB, and I'll check in as soon as I finish up here, look at your YouTube channel. You seem to be extremely knowledgeable about all kinds of receivers and transceivers that are out there. Is that true?
No, I just say a good game.
Well, you're certainly knowledgeable. I have a G90, which I tried before I got this IC 7300. And of course, as an electrical engineer, I'm enormously impressed with the 7300.
Yeah, my understanding, it's a fairly popular radio. So it's hard to talk to an operator who isn't running one or has one in their stable, so to speak. We owned one ourselves about this time a year ago, so know what that's all about. We're actually running the Yaesu FTDX10 here this evening. We have that paired with a Heil PR781 microphone, so it seems to work okay for us. Nothing really fancy here, of course, but it does work well for us, Barry. So, but yeah, if you get a chance, give a look and a listen to the channel. And I think I think Steve listed the time at 52 minutes. You could probably fast forward to that part if you'd like. It's about where we started. Give a look and a listen, see what you think. By all means, feel free to come back anytime. And we'd love to get you back on the channel, get your thoughts, see how things are going in your world, Roger.
Right. Well, my experience with the G90, when I got back into ham radio after about 40 or 50 years, I got the G90 and I've made 3,200 QSOs on FT8. So, in a period of a couple months, believe it or not.
Well, that sounds terrific. You know, for 20-watt radio, I haven't heard anything but good things about them. So, congrats for that.
Okay, Randy, I'm going to let you go because I know a lot of other people want to talk to you. You really are a great conversationalist. Bye.
Well, thank you so much. I did have a friend once told me I had a face for radio. I don't know if that was a compliment or just what, but again, we're just having fun this evening, see how many people we can talk with, see what's going on in their world. That's how we do things here. So feel free to come back anytime you hear us, Barry. Whiskey 9, Oscar Alpha Alpha, Kilowatt Zero Radio, Whiskey Bravo.
You could be an MC on the radio, no question about it.
Let him finish, guys. Let him clear.
Sure, Alpha.
Yeah, okay, Barry, no problem at all. Thank you for the kind words. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio, Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City, QRZ. Any stations, please?
Whiskey Zero, X-Ray America.
Boy, there's a good signal. Whiskey Zero, X-Ray America. Boy, that's one of the better ones tonight. You got some fire in the wire there, Kevin?
Yeah, there's a little bit. I think I'm running about 600 watts here. I didn't look at my meter to see what you were doing, but you got to be at least 10 over 9 here. Yeah, I just was on YouTube messing around, and you popped up there saying that you were on here, so I thought I'd just jump in and say hello, because I looked at I think the last time we talked was way back in October or something like that.
Yeah, I'm showing August the 19th, and I'm trying to think, either we were still in Colorado running portable, or we had just gotten back. But I know the call and I know the fish on the QRZ page.
Yeah, that comes up in the conversation quite a bit. So.
Yeah, I'll bet it does. I would hope that's a wall hanger.
Magical number of 50 inches, and that one was only 48, but I'm not complaining.
No, my apologies. I almost doubled with you. So I would venture to guess that's probably a wall hanger.
Oh, what I was saying was that I want something 50 inches or more before I would have a replica made. I wouldn't kill those kind of fish, but they got to paint them anyway, even if you do keep them. So you might as well just get a plastic one made.
Oh yeah, but you've got the picture for the proof, and that's really the name of the game. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, the outdoors, the purist is kind of like the same way with trout. You know, you will catch and keep a few from time to time, but you know, it's the catch and the release that's really part of it. So again, I tip my hat off you for that. But yeah, it's amazing how time flies, of course, and that's happened to us several occasions today. One was actually a year ago, which is surprising. But it's just amazing how time flies here on amateur radio. But we've had an opportunity here today, this afternoon and this evening, to reconnect with people like yourself after all these months, and it's really nice to be able to catch up there, Roger.
Yeah, it sure is. Then my better half decided, well, she had to go to Denver for 4 or 5 days, so I'll probably, be playing radio quite a bit, and then I'll clean the house right before she gets back.
Oh, no, that's the perfect way to do it. Yeah, exactly. I do the same thing here. She'll check in. How are things going? What's happening here? So, everything's fine, and it's an absolute disaster. And the morning of her return is kind of when I start. And generally, we just finish up the very last little bit as soon as I hear the key in the lock. So we do cut it kind of close, but it makes it fun as well.
Yeah, I did chuckle about that. It's I think guys are all the same when it comes to that kind of thing.
Yeah, we're at least around here, we're the wait till the last minute kind of guy. Nothing like putting a little extra pressure on yourself, but you know, hey, when you're retired, that's called living.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll be 4 years in June, and I retired, and that just flew by. I think I was busier after I retired.
Oh, no, if you talk to any retiree that's been out 4 or 5 years, I think they'll all tell you the same thing, that they do tend to be busier now than when they're working, and that is certainly the case here. And that doesn't even include any honeydews. That's just stuff that we do here and some of the other activities that we have going on, and then trying to find and fit some time in to get in front of the microphone. I wish this was the main thing, but it's not, so we try to find some times here and there to get in front of the mic. We've been kind of successful. Of course, you know, as I said earlier to a couple other operators, 2021's been crazy for everybody. It rolled over into 2022 for me, but I think we've gotten past most of it. So, so hopefully no more major issues for the rest of the year there, Roger.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. I could go for that. But anyway, Randy, I know there's a bunch of other guys who want to get in here and say hello to you, so I'll try to get in here a little sooner than the last time. I just, like you say, you got radio time and you do a lot of different things out here, and then I just haven't ran across you or had you pop up there on my notifications. But anyway, I'll say 73. Have a good, as much time as it's going to take in between the next, we talk again. So with that, I'll say 73 to you, Randy, and I will talk at you again. K0RWB from W0XA 73.
Well, nice to hear from you, Kevin. I don't care if it was yesterday or back in August. Always nice to hear from you. And keep up the terrific signals. You've been 20 over the entire time, so I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday, so no worries. Yeah, feel free to come back anytime. Again, we're going to make an attempt to be out here a little bit more often, so enjoy the rest of your night, my friend. Hope the missus gets her trip and gets back safely as well. And my suggestion, start cleaning up a little bit now. Don't wait till the last like me. So, hey, anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll certainly look for you again. Whiskey Zero X-Ray Alpha. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Take care, Kevin.
73.
All right, 73s. QRZ, any other stations, please? Come with a call.
Whiskey Bravo. W9, JR.
Okay, Whiskey Bravo 4 Echo, I believe, question mark?
Yeah, that's close. It's Whiskey Delta 4 Echo, Romeo Mike, over.
Yeah, my apologies. Wanted to make sure I got that. Whiskey Delta 4 Echo Radio Mike. How about that, Ken?
All right, that works for me if it works for you. And Randy, I've been listening to you, and good signal on you and the other guys too. That last guy was at a remarkable signal down here. And if you're looking at QRZ page, of course you know where I am. Down on the Georgia-Florida border, little town of Quitman. And your signal down here at one time was about 20 over. QSB has changed the band a little bit, dropped down some, but certainly very, very readable and just excellent audio here. So I hope mine is equally as well up there. Randy, over.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Just about 10 over. You're right. There's every once in a while there's a little bacon frying, but that's not uncommon here on 40 meters in the evening. I did hit the button right in the get-go, and we did talk back in October on 40 meters as well. So it's nice to have a chance to catch up again. It's been too long. With a lot of people we've talked with just today, but a lot of that has been in our control, and a lot of it's been out of our control. So that's okay. We're in front of the microphone this evening, and that's all that matters. And, we've been through Quitman many, many times. I don't know if we mentioned it or I mentioned it last time we talked, but we spent 2.5 years there in Valdosta. So we know the area pretty good around there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I remember now. You were doing something for Moody Air Force Base, maybe a private contractor or something out at the Air Force Base. I do remember that conversation very well. I didn't beforehand, but since you brought that up, that comes to mind. Still running the same equipment here, the FT-1000D, and the modified Delta loop is 80 feet in the fan cruise. Been using that antenna now for about 12 years, and it's worked out very well. Worked out for stateside and also very good DX antenna. So I've taken all the others down and just used that modified Delta loop. Randy, over.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. Whatever's going to work the best for you. Altitude, location, I think is always the key. And especially if you've got something that's going to work that well multi-band. It's not uncommon for a dipole or wire antenna to work good. It would depend on what it cut for 40 or 80 meters or something like that. And then the other bands, it really doesn't perform that well. So if you've got something that works like the Delta loop, I wouldn't change a thing either. So that's a great way to go. Yeah, I had a feeling as soon as I mentioned Valdosta, you would have rung a bell with you. But, it's not something we think about all the time. And like I said, as soon as the logger pulled up and then I saw our previous contact, I had a feeling, Yeah, we had that conversation before. So I would venture to guess you guys have probably gotten past the foot of snow and the sub-zero temperatures down there.
Oh boy, just a few days ago we were 85 degrees, and with a little cool front that moved through here today, it was around 54, and it actually felt chilly for us. But tomorrow the temperature is going back up. But the last week or so we were in the mid 80s, and the azalea flowers are blooming, the bees are buzzing, and the grass is beginning to green up, and it'll soon need to be cut. So it seems like springtime is right around the corner, but we always have another cold snap before Easter. So we're just I guess waiting for the next shoe to drop over.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, that's one of the few parts of the country that I can honestly say that I turned my air conditioner on in March and didn't turn it off until November.
Yeah, well, my wife made a comment today. She said, this is the 28th of February. She said, I'm not cutting the air on until after February is gone. So we haven't had to use the heat for, maybe a couple of weeks. Okay, Randy, listen, thanks for picking me up again. I'm looking at the YouTube channel as we speak, and when we get through, I'll play it back and see what we sound like up there. And again, thanks for the contact and for what you're doing. I really like these videos on YouTube, especially when they're almost always real time. So 73 from Quitman, and look forward to the next encounter. K0RWB, this is Whiskey Delta 4 Echo Romeo Mike. Thanks, Randy, and good night.
Well, the pleasure is all mine, Ken. It really is nice to get a chance to catch up with you again. Hope you and the missus are doing well. And, I feel sorry for you. I guess the temperature was down today, so I beat you. We were 65 and sunny here today. So I got you today, but you got me the other day. So hopefully we won't have those extremes much longer. Hope it'll start to regulate. So always nice to hear you. Of course, again, we've traveled down those roads, so I know exactly what it's like around there, and always did enjoy our time. So if you hear us again, of course, just give us a call. I don't know if I told you before, you get 4 contacts in my log, you become a regular, so you're halfway there. Once you're a regular, you get all the perks and bonuses of being a regular. In my book, we're going to have a big party and throw confetti in your name. So you just keep that in the back of your mind. So anyway, take care. You be safe and be well, and we'll certainly look for you again. Whiskey Delta 4 Echo Radio Mike down in Quitman, Georgia. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo 73s.
Okay, 73.
Okay, QRZ. Any other stations, please?
India, Germany.
Okay, the India, Germany station. Give me the call again, if you would, please.
Yeah, Roger, Randy. Nice to meet you. The call is Victor Echo 3, Delta India Golf, VE3BIG, over.
Okay, he's digging. Gotcha. Victor Echo 3, Delta India Golf. Okay, so we've got ourselves a VE station. Hey, nice to hear it this evening. What's happening in your part of the world?
Oh, not too much, Randy. Just finished dinner, popped in the shack, and tuning around the 40 meter. And I heard a very strong signal on this frequency and started listening in. And it's nice to hear what you're doing there. And thought I'd pop in and say hello. Not much going on, just hanging out. Randy, over.
Well, I'm glad you did. Well, you had me there for a second. You said strong signal. I'm like, well, where is he? I'd like to hear it too. But hey, you got a good one here. Almost 20 over. And it's nice that we've got some really good propagation this evening, it seems like. Let's see. I can't put it in K, but I can put it in mile. 817 miles straight line. Looks like you're just a little bit north and west of Toronto, if I've got it correctly here in the logger. So, I don't know if it's timing or just what. We don't get a lot of Canadian stations here in the evenings, and maybe it's just timing on my part, but always nice to hear you guys when you have a chance to come in there, Roger.
South Carolina.
Very good, Randy. Yeah, it's a pleasure to jump on here this evening. Now that I know that you're doing this, I'll try to pop in regular. I think it's a great idea what you're doing, and I'd like to go back and watch the YouTube and see how I sound and that kind of stuff. I'm running here with a Kenwood TS990, driving an ACOM amplifier at the moment, about 600 watts, and the antenna's a double bazooka for 40 and 80 in an inverted V configuration. And that's what we're working conditions here this evening. And we're expecting a little bit of snow this evening. Probably around minus 7 or 8 degrees at the moment. So it's just a regular evening here in Toronto, Randy. K0RWB VE3BIG.
Well, I'll tell you, I was feeling really good until you mentioned snow. So now I got to get that out of my head again. We've gotten rid of ours. I hope I don't see it again the rest of the year, but thanks for that. Hey, tell me real quick, which ACOM amplifier are you using?
Yeah, this one here is an ACOM 1200 Sierra. It's a solid state amplifier, and just like input 10 watts and about 700 watts out. I mean, it'll do a little bit more than that, but it's fine. I mean, it's doing a good job, Randy. Over.
Yeah. Hey, congrats on that. We started to look at that amplifier here lately. We're actually running the ACOM 1000, the tube amp. That's what we're on right now, of course. And we'd like to do some remote work. And, you really can't do that with this amplifier. There's no way to tune it, so that we're kind of looking at that 1200S to be able to do that. So nice to know that it got a clear signal as it does. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you listen to the playback. The signal's really, really good. The audio is terrific as well. So I don't think I would fool with anything. It certainly sounds very, very good. You've got it dialed in. Of course, you've got a good transceiver as well. You've got a great antenna. We kind of do that here as well. We like the antennas to do the heavy lifting. Of course, on 40 meters, unless you've got a big beam, you're basically stuck with a wire or maybe a vertical and those kind of things. But we try to make it the antennas as most efficient as possible and have all the support units behind it. So it seems to work okay for us. This is working really well for you. So like I said, you'll be very surprised when you hear the playback later there. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Randy. Well, we don't have a big property here, so, we try to make the best of it. I do have a tower. I have a beam up for the 10, 15, and 20.
Well, thanks for that, Steve. Hey, thanks for the people in the chat there. 608, man, that's really great. You never know if you're going to get someplace until you get there. So, really nice to see that people are enjoying this and subscribing to the channel. So, I really do appreciate you guys for that.
20, 25 feet on some trees. So, it's working well, and, maybe in the future we can get something a little bit more directive and a little bit more, a little bit of better aim, as you say, in the antenna. But I don't want to hold it too long, Randy. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I know there's a lot of stations calling you. So, let others get a chance to talk, and we'll be watching out for you in the future. K0RWB VE3BIG.
Well, I appreciate it. Nice to hear you in there, and I do thank you for giving us a call. I don't see a contact in my log, so thank you so much for the first one. Generally, especially in the evenings, if we're out here in front of the microphone calling CQ, we generally have the live stream up as well. That's usually what we do in the evening. Sometimes in the afternoons we may just be playing radio. We're not doing the live stream, but here in the evenings we generally are. We do have the chance to get some stations that are actually closer to us. that, in the afternoons on 17, 20, and so forth, we would skip right over. But we're still able to hit the eastern seaboard, west coast, are able to get you up in the Toronto area here on 40. So we have a better chance of, of connecting with some stations that are a little bit closer. So that's kind of how we run that. So, but anyway, feel free to come back anytime, of course, and give a look and a listen. Of course, my channel is my call sign. You can go to my QRZ page. I got a link, or you can go right to YouTube, put in the call, and look for the video today's date, of course. And of course, we're on the second one, which will say evening 40 meter live stream. And I think Steve put a number up here. Maybe he didn't. About 1 hour 22, something like that, is about where we started. Now you can certainly fast forward to that part and see what you think. But yeah, again, please come back anytime you hear us, and we'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. So in the meantime, I'll say 7-3s. We do appreciate you giving us a call, and we look forward to next time. Victor Echo 3, Delta India Golf, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you again.
Yeah, very good, Randy. Thank you. And 73, it was a pleasure. Take care, my friend. 73, K0RWB, VE3DIG. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks again. You take care, my friend. 73s. K0RWB, QRZ, any other stations, please?
Whiskey 8 Alpha Oscar Romeo.
Was that Whiskey 8 Delta Oscar Romeo?
Whiskey 8, amateur on radio. QSL?
Now you're getting me confused. I've been out here way, way too long. Oh gosh, what a evening night, and here I'm just making a fool of myself. Just give me the suffix, make sure I get it right.
Alpha Oscar Romeo.
Well, I thought so, but if I type it in the log wrong, Scott, then I'll just never hear the end of it there, Roger.
That's all right. For some reason, those soft consonants starting in my call sign just don't seem to always punch through, over.
Oh, it's not just you. I hear, even with my own. So, that's why a lot of times I repeat, because I just want to make sure that I hear it right and that I've got it in the log correctly. So, hey, Steve, thanks for the update. We're 608. Boy, what a great night so far. This has been really cool. So what's happening up in your world?
Well, I was listening to you earlier. I couldn't get through. I had a different configuration going on a home-brewed antenna in my SB200. I couldn't punch through on that one, so I went over my big dog here on my longer end-fed wire with my 811 and was able to finally get in with you. Other than that, just enjoying the DX conditions, or the actual nice conditions we're having here on 40. In fact, I heard London in here about an hour ago, over.
Oh, wow. That's terrific. Yeah, I guess I don't have those good ears with this antenna. The way this one is set up is really an unusual configuration. It's an inverted V, 38 foot off the side of the tower, and one line is pointed out toward Washington State, and the other one's pointed toward San Diego. But it works, and I'm not going to change it and move it around because I could make it worse. So generally, we can just about hear everywhere. We're probably not as bright or as loud as we would be other times, but I just hate to change things and make it work. But sorry about before. Yeah, if I can't pull the calls, unfortunately, you just can't. But you don't have a problem this time at 20 over.
Roger that. Yeah, I got this one's a 49-to-1 half-wave antenna. The other one is a homemade 9-to-1. It's only tuned for 40, and I don't know how much power it will handle, so I was trying to limit to no more than 250 PEP. On this one here, this thing will take 2K, so I was able to warm up the ham shack a little bit, over.
Yeah, isn't that always the way? I used to laugh years ago, listen to the so-called old timers, and they talk about foot warmers and that kind of stuff, and I would just chuckle. I'm like, what are they talking about? And then when you have one, you're like, oh, I know what you mean. And you know what? There are some times where it's really welcome.
And there's times that you don't really need it. Last night, when I first got that antenna put together, and I didn't have the amp on, and I forgot to turn the power up because I was checking the VisWire. I was only doing 15 watts, and I was 20 meters talking to Texas.
Yeah, that, and it's not uncommon. That's why I'm really hoping that the Sun Cycle 25 continues to improve from this time from a year and a half ago, or when the cycle started, it was not very good. It was fairly decent last year, off and on, but I'm really hoping it improves. But that's very encouraging to see those kind of numbers with such low wattage.
Yeah, the couple of times that we had some good conditions, I'm playing around with my QRP radios trying to get ready for field day. And what I have is an octopus antenna. It's an MFJ. It's basically for ham-stick dipoles. And the first ones I tuned in was for 10 meters horizontal and 2.5 watts. I was talking over the East Coast with it. I'm all excited because we're ready to go for field day. I had a complete 10-meter radio set up for field day, and field day came and conditions went.
Yeah, go figure. I would never say that hasn't happened to me, so we'll just leave it at that.
Well, I'm hoping the conditions a little bit better this year. 10 was hot a little bit earlier today. Had South America coming in here right after supper time. Said the conditions are starting to pick up a little bit, so it's promising. I remember back in the early 90s in that other sunspot that we had some great DXing conditions on 10 meters, and I'm really looking forward to that opening back up again. W8AOR.
Well, I hope you're right, and I hope it is for the next couple of days, because either tomorrow or Wednesday, we're going to take the show on the road. We're going to try to do a portable live stream on our channel here in the area. We're going to take the equipment with us. We're getting batteries charged as we speak and so forth. We'll be strictly on battery power like we did last year. It'll be the first time we've tried this again for 2022. Hopefully the conditions will be okay. If not, we'll be calling CQ a lot and talking to ourselves, but I'd like to think the propagation will still be there.
One propagation I found, well, two of them that I found that seem to work even when conditions are poor is digital mode and CW. So I like to run a lot of QRP with my little 818 on FT8 when I'm out camping and stuff. So, yeah, taking that on the road, by any chance, are you going to be taking that on the road for Hamvention?
No, we don't have that intention just yet. We've done this in the past. We spent a week in Colorado and did a portable out there and a couple other locations here in southern part of Missouri. This year we're going to be trying to do, you're going to love this, we're going to try to do a portable mobile out of our side-by-side. I guess you could call it mobile, but it's also portable. So we're going to try to do that here yet too. We've got some logistics we're still working with and some storage items and see how we can pack us all in together. So, just something a little bit different, and we're going to try to do this live stream. We have a wireless router that we can run off a battery pack or battery itself. So we're going to give this a go. Again, it's something a little bit different. It could be very successful, could be a dud, but, you don't know until you try it. That's part of it. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun when it does work.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get set up, and then when you have to deploy or you have an event, then you know what to do. I'm working on that myself. I have those gig boxes, like audio boxes. They're a 19-inch rack, collapsible thing. I have one of those set up, so what I was running was out of those Pelican cases and having to pull everything apart, connect it on up. So now I'm just taking the covers off. It's got a power supply, plug it in, and then the QRP radio is going to be the same way. The battery will be there, so all I got to do is connect things on up and hook an antenna, we're ready to go. All right, well, I took up a lot of your time. I really appreciate it, and I know you're going to have other people that are looking forward to talking to you, and I appreciate you coming back. So, Randy, have a good night. 73 from Whiskey 8 Alpha Oscar Romeo.
Well, Scott, thank you so much. My pleasure. And sorry we couldn't hear you before or couldn't connect with you, but we got it done this time. But anyway, yeah, feel free to come back anytime, and also check out our QSO on my YouTube channel, which is my call. And yeah, you sound really good. The signal's terrific. We've been having a lot of fun with it. I think others are as well. But if you get a chance, check it out, see what you think. You can leave us a thumbs up, thumbs down, a comment, or nothing at all. That's totally fine. And we'll just wait until we hear from you again. So anyway, thanks for the night. You and yours be safe and be well. I know you're a little bit north of Grand Rapids. We'll just leave it at that, across from Milwaukee, if I got my logger correct. So no worries. Hopefully we're getting past all this cold weather. We'll start warming up. At least At least I hope it. I sure hope it does. So, thank you, Scott, and again, thanks for giving us a call. Enjoy your evening. Whiskey 8 Alpha Oscar Radio, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Scott. Have a good night. Okay, I got a couple calls here I've got to get with real quick if they're still out there. See if we can get them in. The first one was November 4 Papa Juliet Lima out of Virginia on 20 watts. To see if Pete is in there. November 4 Papa Juliet Lima. If you're able to copy K0RWB, go ahead. Okay, Pete, you're 5, 7, 5, and 8. The signal's there. The audio is down a little bit. If you're still on 20 watts, I'd still pat myself on the back. That's pretty good, 850 miles on a straight line. So my apologies not getting in there earlier, but I want to thank Steve for putting that out there, and I think you put it out there as well. So we're trying to back up and get some of those folks that have been standing by. But I've got you at 5, 7, 5, and 8 there. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. Well, I know I've got you on here too, 5, 7, 5, 8, and the band definitely has gone down since I started listening to you. You were about 10 over at 9 a few minutes ago. So I won't hold it up, but I did want to get a chance to see if this little 20-watt radio is to where you are. And it sounds like it's at least doing the best.
Yeah, I would say it's doing just fine. I've certainly heard a little bit louder audio and a little bit better signals, but considering what you're doing and how much you're running, I would certainly say, hey, congrats, it's doing okay for you. And there's been several comments. Tim has commented that. Steve done as well with a thumbs up. Mark has even said the same thing. The guys here on the live chat, so they're able to hear you as well. So congrats on the 20 watts there, Roger.
Okay, well, that's great. I appreciate your running us tonight, and as you always do. And maybe next time I'll have the big rig turned on. I'll be looking at a report on that one, too. This, by the way, is the Chinese radio, the G90, and I'm running it with a 10 through 80 instead half wave. And so I use this as a portable rig, and just wanted to try here in the shack tonight, getting ready to go out and do something with it on the other side. Go ahead.
No problem at all. Yeah, I had to figure when you said 20 watts, it would have been a Zygu. I've heard nothing but good things about the radios, and yours is doing well there in your location. So, yeah, again, my apologies not getting in there sooner. Sometimes in the heat of battle, so to speak, you just kind of overlook a few things, but I appreciate the heads up there on the live chat. That's a great way to come in the back door, so to speak. So I look forward again, but thanks you for this evening. We've got signal reports. We've exchanged them. Those are contacts in my book. I don't care if it's 5 and 3 if I can hear you, or 20 over. It doesn't make any difference to me. So contacts are contacts. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have fun with the setup. It's doing an okay job here into my QTH. We'll say 7-3 for now, and certainly look forward to the next time around. November 4, Papa Juliet Lima. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Pete. Have a good night. All right, my friend. You take care. 7-3s. And the other one there was, I believe, was Tim. Whiskey Bravo 7, Oscar Papa Bravo. If you're still in there, I appreciate the heads up as well. Let's just see if Tim is in there. The Whiskey Bravo 7, Oscar Papa Bravo, K0RWB. Back to you.
This is WD7ORD, Whiskey Bravo 7, Oscar Romeo Bravo. Tim in Tucson, Arizona. You're coming in at times 20 over, then you're all the way down to an F9, which isn't bad at all. The name is Tim.
Yeah, Tim. Hey, my apologies there on the call. I typed it right. I knew it was wrong in my head, but I typed it right. Why I said it different, I don't know. But we've got it correct in the log, and I said it right here as well. Just south of Tucson. Again, 5, 7, 5, and 8. Not terribly bad. You're like the second contact to the west of me tonight. So maybe we're a little early, or maybe the conditions aren't quite there in your part of the world. But we were able to copy you there. Go ahead.
We're running an old Icon backyard, and we've had that for about 35 years now, and we've been having a real good with that, and low noise, that's for sure. But we like the horizontal loop because it doesn't require any maintenance whatsoever once you get it up. So we're real happy with that, and we're making a lot of good calls. I'm glad that people are not just doing contests and radioing and things like you are doing. Really appreciate that, man. It makes it feel like when I first started in 1965 in ham radio. K0RWBW7ORB.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and thank you for the heads up there on the live chat as well. That's another great way to get in the back door, so to speak. Again, we're trying to grab every call we can with the time that we have available to us. Sometimes we're successful, a lot of times we're not, but it's not from a lack of trying. Again, I don't like to do 5-9 QRZ. This is not a contest, and you really can't do the 10 or 15-minute QSOs. We try to be very respectful of everybody's time and make sure everybody has time to say what they'd like. I mean, you're calling in, you've got something to say, and we'd like to hear it. We've been fortunate enough. We've met some really, really good, outstanding operators in the last year of doing this on our YouTube channel, and I would anticipate it would continue to be so. So we're very fortunate. We've had contact with a lot of good operators, and that's a great thing about the hobby. There's some really great people out there, Roger.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of the guys in my day. They've come a long way. But for a couple of years I was trying before we came up and no contest. I'm just so happy that back on in people are afraid to talk to each other. Because you spend all that money and you play around the antennas and everything and you don't want to see anything. That's terrible. But things have changed, and maybe it's because we're getting older. We've got a lot to say. I don't know. But we do appreciate that. And thank you very much for the contact there. KZRWB, WB7ORB.
Yeah, no problem at all, Tim. My pleasure. And I thank you for taking the time. Appreciate your patience and persistence, I guess I should say. So hanging in there. I appreciate it very much. Look forward to the next one. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better band conditions between us. You never can tell. But, exchanging signal reports, that's a contact in my book. So we'll see how that goes. And and hopefully we'll have a chance to chat a little bit longer. So anyway, hey, we'll say 7-3s and enjoy the rest of your evening. You're a little bit earlier than we are here, of course. And have a good week ahead. And as I tell people here all the time, if you hear us again, give us a call. And we'd appreciate you taking a look there on the live chat, and hopefully you enjoyed the videos as well. We certainly do enjoy putting them on, but it's all about you guys out there, so that's the easy part. Anyway, you take care, and we'll say 7-3s. Whiskey Bravo 7 ORB in Tucson. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo 7-3s.
7-3 there, Randy. Have peace and be happy. QRZ.
Have you met the 600 yet? QDQ.
Yeah, somebody said 608.
November 2, Lima, X-Ray Lima.
Hang on, guys, here 1 second here. I want to get to y'all, but we kind of went a little bit past the hour, so let me take a standby again so we can see if we have any QRP portables or mobiles real quick. We did this last hour at the bottom of the hour. There could be a few out there, and we'll give them an opportunity if there are. So just QRP portables or mobiles only right now. Please come with your call.
Kilo Charlie 0, Kilo Bravo Papa, portable 5.
Okay, the portable 5, Kilo Charlie 0, question mark?
Hey, Randy, Kilo Charlie 0, Kilo Bravo Papa. We're portable 5 down in Texas, over.
Okay, portable 5 in Texas. Bob, how's it going? You sound pretty good. I apologize for being a little bit late, but sometimes QSOs kind of overlap a little bit. But so what brings you down in Texas from Estes Park?
Well, I was just trying to, get away from work for a little bit and, R&R, ride our bicycles, and, play a little radio on the side there, over.
Yeah, well, I can't say I blame you. I would venture to guess the weather is probably a little bit more conducive to riding a bike down there than up in Estes. think that's great. Well, we were probably due anyway. It looks like October last time you and I had a chance to chat, and some of it was in my control, a lot of it wasn't. But we had an opportunity today to catch up with a lot of folks we haven't had a chance to talk with in a while. And you came up in conversation yesterday with another station, not you particularly, but your location. We had a new operator that checked in with us up in Thornton, and I did mention the contacts up and down the Front Range, and even you there in Estes as well. So everything we said was also very positive. Roger?
Well, appreciate that. Yeah, we got out of town just in time. We ran away from the snowstorm. We've got a couple of weeks off. I got a big birthday coming up tomorrow. I'm changing decades, so yeah, down here enjoying some warmer weather anyway. Over.
Yeah, well, good for you. I'm glad to hear it. We don't have to go anywhere this week. We had 65 today, and we're going to be in the mid-70s the next 2 days. So we're going to try to stay put. We're going to try something kind of like you, either tomorrow or the next day. We're going to try to do a portable live stream on our channel. We're getting the gear and the batteries on the charger and so forth. Hopefully, we'll have some good weather and propagation to go along with it, but we're going to give it a go. Well, I appreciate it very much. Again, this doesn't go anywhere without people like yourself who take the time to check in and say hi, and that's what it's all about. It's just a big, giant community of some really great people and operators, and I think everybody seems to have fun getting in front of the microphone, which is what I do. Hopefully that comes across, and nice to be able to kind of catch up with some operators we've had conversations with in the past, and you're certainly no exception. So, hey, you be safe down there, and safe travels back to the home QTH, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity here real soon to connect with you again, whether you're still down in Texas or back at home. But I want to thank you for giving us a call, and again, we've tried to set some time aside for operators in those categories, so everybody gets a turn here as well. So hopefully it works out for everybody. Hey, Bob, you take care down there, and be safe and be well, you and the missus. And we'll look for you again, like I said, back there at Texas, or when you get back to home QTH there. Go ahead.
Very good, Randy. Well, we appreciate what you do out there, and it's a whole new bunch of technology, but we're glad you're doing it. 73 Ole Miss, we're going to back out of here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bob. You take care, my friend. 7-3s. Kilo Charlie 0, Kilo Bravo Papa, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. You take care, 7-3s. We'll try it one more time. If there's any QRP portables or mobiles, to see if there's anybody else out there. Any QRP or portables or mobiles only, please? I can hear something right at the noise level. We've got somebody right below us that's kind of bleeding over a little bit. I think I heard Kilo Charlie 3. You can make a correction if I'm not right there, but try it again, please. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not able to pull you out. We've got some bleed over from another station. We can try it again in a few minutes if you'd like, sir, but we are gonna move on. We've got just about 15 minutes left. The top of the hour, we'll be closing it down. We do apologize, but if the bleed over gets a little worse, we're gonna try. We may have to move up, but we weren't able to copy it. So anyway, we'll go back and see if we have anybody else out there. This is Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Operator Randy in Kansas City, QRZ. Was it November Lima Echo? Is that correct?
Roger that. Kilo Echo 8, November Lima Echo. The name here is Mike in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Okay, Mike in Kalamazoo. Well, hey, good evening. Thanks for giving us a call. And thanks for standing by there. I'm sure you did, like some of the others there. again, we're just trying to give everybody the opportunity to get in and say hello. But nice to hear this evening. Gosh, right at 500 miles on a straight line. Good little signal there. Go ahead.
Oh, roger that. Thank you. Yeah, you're coming in real nice and strong here. Sometimes 20 or 30 over into Kalamazoo tonight. And I just spun the dial and heard you out there and stopped for a moment and thought I would pop in here. You sound real good.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, you're 10 over here. I'm really glad to hear that my 6 foot of chicken wire on the side of the barn is doing a good job tonight.
Hey, that's all it takes sometimes. That's all it takes. And just a little 100 watts from the old Kenwood, it seems to work pretty well for me here as well.
Oh, hey, you're certainly right. You know, especially here on 40 meters, 100 watts in a wire goes a long, long way. It really does. And we're not talking just short distances as well. So, propagation plays a big part of that. But, a lot of people think you got to have all this big powered stuff and this antenna and so forth. I guess that certainly helps. I don't do that. I'm just running a 40-meter dipole on the side of my tower. So, if it works, hey, great. When the conditions are great, you can talk anywhere. If it's not, you can't talk across the street. But, no, you're doing fine. Nice 10 over signal. The audio is really nice. And it's nice to hear Kalamazoo.
Hey, all right. It's great to hear you there, too. I know there's a lot of people, and like you say, the technology hasn't changed a whole bunch in 100 years or more. That little bit of wire is all it takes. It's good hearing you out here tonight. I hope I'll find you again. I subscribe to the channel as I kind of looked it up as I was listening, so hopefully I'll catch you on the air again. K0RWB from KE8NLE.
Well, thank you, Mike, and yeah, I appreciate that. Again, I'm hope you get something out of it. And again, it's not so much about what I say, but other people that are chiming in. They have things they talk about or experiences with certain equipment or antennas and that kind of stuff, or even got some great stories. That's kind of what we do here: share information, share some stories, and even a laugh or two if that's the case. That's kind of how we want to do things. And again, feel free to come back anytime. It looks like if I got it right here, it's the first contact here in the log, and we'll certainly hope we can fill them up as time goes on. So you're doing it right, and it sounds good in my receive. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging in there. I'm glad we had a chance to get a quick conversation. I look forward to the next one. Kilo Echo 8, November Lima Echo, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Mike. You have a good night.
7-3.
All right. QRZ, any other stations, please? Was it a Kilo 3 Romeo Hotel question mark?
Kilowatt 3 Hotel Papa.
Oh, I was closer. Hotel Papa. Kilo 3 Hotel Papa. Okay, Charles, Chuck, how are you doing this evening?
I am doing just fine. Yeah, you got the name. I'm located in Leesburg, Ohio, running a Collins KWM 380 and a 30L1, about 500 watts, and got it feeding into a little dipole about 30 feet off the ground.
Well, I'll tell you what, since you're working so hard, if I told you were 10 over, would that make you feel better?
Yeah, I guess.
No, you're doing good. I got to laugh at myself sometimes. I've been out here too long. No, it sounds good. Great signal. And again, I tell the other stations, I appreciate you hanging in there, standing by. Like I say, we're trying to grab as many calls as we can, but we just don't do 5.9 QRZ here, Roger.
Very good. Well, you go ahead and see if you can get a few more, and I'll just kind of hang out here. K3HHP.
Oh, no, glad to have you. Yeah, by all means, glad to have you. And I do appreciate you giving us a call here. And hopefully next time around we'll have a little bit more time. Of course, it's kind of up to you guys, of course. But, I appreciate you doing that. And, feel free to listen. The great thing about this, you never know who's going to call in next, and you never know what kind of information they're going to provide. That's a great thing about this. And the cool thing is whatever we're talking about is getting recorded on my YouTube channel, so people can always go back and listen to it later. So, anyway, thank you for giving us a call. You take care, be safe, and be well. 7-3s.
73.
Okay, we've got until the top of the hour. See if we can maybe get a couple more, and then we will have to shop down at the top of the hour. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City, QRZ. November 2, Lima X-Ray Lima, I believe. Go ahead.
Roger, Randy. Thank you for picking me up. Name is Bob, Bravo Oscar Bravo, and I'm located in New Jersey, where you have a very nice S9 Plus signal with very nice audio.
I was just going to say the same thing about you. Longest contact tonight, 1,063 miles as a straight line. Looks like it puts you pretty close to the coastline there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I live right on the water here. We call them lagoons, but I guess they're canals in the rest of the country. And they're man-made, but they dump out into an inland bay here, which will take us to the ocean if we so desire. And so, yeah, I'm right on the coast, and that's the story on this end. Curious, I looked at your QRZ. Are you using the FTDX 10 tonight?
Yes, sir, I sure am. We have two of them. This one here we use in the shack. This is a kind of a condensed location. We had two separate shacks here at the QTH. My friend Todd called them studios. We had Studio A, Studio B, so we consolidated to one. And we have another FTDX Sam we use on a headset we use for portable work and so forth. But yeah, we absolutely love the radio.
All right, very good. Yeah, well, it sounds awesome, that's for sure. I've been toying with the idea of it. When I saw that you had one, I thought I would ask. So on this end, it's an FTDX 3000 into a solid-state amplifier running about 600 watts into an inverted V. So nothing really special, it's just a little bit of power. All right, listen, I won't hold it. I'll let you pick up a few more people. I know you're running short on time, but it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Again, great signal, so whatever you're doing there is working for you. And hopefully we'll catch you next time. So have a great evening. November 2, Lima, X-Ray Lima.
Well, I'll tell you this real quick, Bob, before you go. For being the longest contact, over 1,000 miles, for what that signal looks like and how it sounds, there's some. I call it bacon. There's some bacon frying on the band, but when you key and you modulate, that's it. There's nothing else. That's terrific, especially for the distance we're dealing with this time of night and so forth. You're an hour ahead of me, of course, so you're going on 10. I would have thought the band would have shut down. Doesn't appear so. You're really terrific signal, and the audio is right in. Of course, you've got a good rig, no doubt about it. 3000 is a terrific radio. I can understand maybe looking at the 10 as maybe a backup, but yeah, it's doing a terrific job. As a matter of fact, give a look and listen on my channel. Like I said, we've got the YouTube channel up. Listen to it for yourself. Really sounds good.
All right, Randy, thank you. I will. I'll check it out. You have a great evening. Into LXL.
Yeah, no problem at all, Bob. Glad to do it. You come back anytime. K0RWB QRZ, probably the last one of the day. Any other stations, please come with your call.
November Charlie 6 Radio.
Was it November Charlie 6 Radio?
Roger, Norway Charlie 6 Radio. Good evening, Randy, from the northern part of California.
Oh gosh, I mean we finally got California. hey Steve, how are things in your world?
Things are excellent. Things are going very well. And I've been sitting here listening to you, and thought, you know what? We'll see if we can get in on the last hurrah here for the evening.
Well, you're like some of the other stations. They're 10 over. Good signal. The audio is right in there as well. And yeah, you just got number one place. Bob was at 1,063 miles. You're showing 1,430 miles. So you have won the distance contact tonight.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, I'll take that and $5 and go to the local hamburger joint and get me a burger, I guess. Yeah, you're running S9 out here in the northern Cal. I'm up here near the capital city of Sacramento, about 45 miles outside of Sacramento in the old gold country, California gold country. Randy, I'll let you go. There may be some others sneak in there real quick. Got a couple minutes left, but just wanted to say good evening to you.
No, I'm glad you did, Steve. And nice to hear from you again. Looks like August the 21st last year on 20 meters. So, hey, we got ourselves a new band here. No problem at all. Glad to do it. It'd be hard not to hear you, as good as the signal is. Maybe that's encouraging that you guys on the West Coast are starting to drop in here to the Midwest. I wish we had more time, but we don't. We've been out here just about 2 hours anyway. So, but yeah, give us a call again. You know what? You're halfway there. If I told you before, 4 contacts in my log, you become a regular when you have all the perks and benefits of being a regular. And we have a big party and throw confetti in your name there. So you come back anytime, okay?
Okay, very good. Real quick, I heard you asking other people what they're running, so we'll give you the rundown here. FTDX 5000, Heil GM4 Gold Line, running the solid state FL 7000, about 700 watts, and two element JK. Joel and JK Mono Band are up there about 70 feet pointed your way. Good evening from Northern Cal, Kilo Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo from November, Charlie, 6 Radio 73.
Hey, I'm glad to hear you, Steve. Thank you for giving us a call. And again, nice chance to catch up with you again. You know, August isn't terrible. I've had a few of those so far today, this afternoon, and this evening. So I'm glad we're able to kind of catch up with some operators we've talked with in the past. Again, as I tell everybody, if you hear us again, feel free to give us a call. I'm glad we got a chance to connect this evening, and I look forward to the next one, especially with a signal like that. So, hey, no problem at all. Yeah, thank you from, well, I think you're maybe close to River Pines, Fiddleton, or something like that, or Sutter Creek, around that area. Hopefully I'm pretty close. But, yeah, again, enjoy your evening, probably still afternoon for you, or close to it. And you and yours, be safe, be well, and we'll be sure to talk to you again. November Charlie 6 Radio, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Take care, 7-3s.
Okay, Radio 73, good evening.
All right, you take care. Let's see if Paul's out there real quick, since he kind of hit up on the check. He said Mud Duck. Let's see if he's there real quick. Kilo Alpha 4, Whiskey Hotel Tango, I believe. Let's give him a call and see if he's in there. Paul, are you able to copy K0 RWB?
You took my pity call. Nice. Yeah, you were sounding good, but yeah, the band has been changing, so you've been dropping lower and lower. Yeah, this is KA4WHC, Kilo Alpha 4 Whiskey Hotel Tango. I got you at about 5 and 7 over here in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Over.
I'll take the 5 and 7, and I'll give it right back to you, Paul. Not a problem. Thanks for the heads up there on the live chat. I appreciate that. And, you know, what a great way to finish the night. We'll end up down in Florida. But, yeah, no problems hearing you.
Oh, okay, terrific. Yeah, the radio here is a little older than yours. I'm using a Yaesu FT102 and an Ameritron amplifier. So we're just about a kilowatt into emergency is only about 25 feet up, though. Over.
Yeah, well, it's doing okay. You're doing fine. You know, I think you're the first contact into Florida we've had this evening. Generally, yeah, you guys really roll in here. Maybe it's just timing, or maybe it is the conditions, and I'm not sure. We got into southern Georgia a while ago fairly good, and we've been up and down the seaboard doing okay. A lot of closer stations to us: Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, and so forth, which we usually do. Colorado just finished in California, so we've hit about everywhere. But everybody's had pretty decent signals, and you're doing just fine there as well. Go ahead.
I feel a lot better. Yeah, that gentleman in California was really coming in here as well. That beam, I'm sure, at 70 feet sure makes a big difference. But absolutely, I appreciate you taking my call. I got the notification button clicked too, so every time you're on, I always at least listen. And I appreciate you feeling sorry for me, listening for me, because I was listening to myself, but I couldn't hear myself all over those stronger stations. They were all, 10 over, and well. Oh, my friend, I don't want to hold you up because I know you got to get going at 10. But I appreciate you taking my call. I really appreciate it. Please do. RWB, this is KA4WHD.
Well, I'm glad we could, Paul. And again, like I said, I appreciate you giving us a heads up there. We do try to pay attention to as much as we can. We're real fortunate. My friend Steve has been kind of taking that over and doing some the moderating and so forth. But we try to take a look at it. We've got a lot of going on here that you guys don't see on the screen that I'm dealing with here, but we try to get to it the best we can. So, no, I'm glad we got a chance to connect. And, again, the signal's not bad at all. Pile up, it might have been a little tough, but, again, you've kind of found the secret how to get in there. We do try to get everybody we can that we can hear. Sometimes we're successful, a lot of times we're not, but doesn't mean we're not trying. So, hey, Paul, thank you so much. Yeah, it is the top of the hour. We are going to shut this down, and we'll hope to be back out here again tomorrow for those who weren't able to get in tonight. And we'll just see how everybody's doing, what you've got to say, what you'd like to talk about, and that's kind of how we move forward with this thing. But I want to thank those who have been out there already, and the ones that we didn't get in tonight. I do apologize, but we'll certainly look for you again the next time. So anyway, Paul, you take care, and we'll say 7-3, so you and yours to be safe and be well here on a Monday evening. Kilo Alpha 4, Whiskey Hotel Tango, Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. We'll say 7-3s.
Okay, 6AER, New Mexico.
Yeah, let him clear.
Again, KA4WHD clear.
Okay, no problem at all. New Mexico, give me a call again.
Yeah, Kilo 6 Alpha Echo Romeo. Name is Mike, a little bit north of Alamogordo, New Mexico. reading the mail. You got a nice signal coming in. I went out on your webpage. I have a feeling I've talked with you before. I used to be up in Denver. K0RWB, K6AER.
Well, you know, I'm trying to think about the call. It's Mike, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're a little bit north of Holloman. How long ago was it you were in Denver?
4 years ago.
Yeah, let me look here real quick. Let's see. I see a contact, must have been the Christmas train, the 25th of Christmas, and then back April of last year on 40 meters as well.
Okay. Well, I recognize the pictures on your QRZ page. I know you want to run, but you're doing very, very well down here. You got a nice signal coming down.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, again, you know, there's always a few out there that weren't able to get in or whatever the case, and I don't want to be rude. Of course, you know, it's a hobby for everybody, and no problem. I don't mind taking a minute or two and acknowledge that at all. So, yeah, you're doing fine here as well. You're 5'9" plus, and no problems hearing you. We haven't gotten into that part of the world too often anyway, so as soon as you said New Mexico, I had to come back and answer you. So glad we could do it, and hope you have a great evening.
Okay. Well, I retired, moved down here. I'm 72. We have an antenna party out here, and everybody shows up with their walker and watches your work.
Yeah, I can certainly understand that. I live in the country. We don't have those issues. Too many trees in the way.
Okay, very good. Well, you take it easy there, Randy.
Yeah, okay. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for giving us a call, and feel free to come back again when you hear us out there. Kilo 6 Alpha Echo Radio, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo, 73.
73.
Okay, this is K0RWB, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. We're going to be clearing QRT. The frequency will be open for normal operations.